Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Just like that.
Tonight's next unsettling moment comes from Kayla, a van life creator who shares her unfiltered travel experiences on the road. On May 7th, 2025, she set out on a solo drive from Chicago to Houston with only her dog for company. After saying goodbye to her family, Kayla began the trip dealing with the usual road challenges: small vehicle maintenance, quick grocery stops, and stretches of cold, dreary weather. By nightfall, fatigue had taken hold. Hoping to rest, she found the nearby motel already full. With no other options, she discreetly parked in the lot, planning to stay unnoticed and get a few hours of sleep.
Made my way to the back, and I changed to something more comfortable. I had to put up the groceries because I bought Taco Bell. I know I didn't record it, but it was late and it was like right in my face. But I'm gonna put these up and make them tomorrow. Then move the dog out to use the bathroom before I go to bed. Little Rocky. Hi, baby. Put these right here. I'm not sure if this is overnight. I am not getting a room for the night. So let's see if I could sleep here. I'm not sure if it's overnight. I don't know if I said that. Yeah. I don't think I could drive anymore. I'm just so tired and I just needed to rest my eyes. Go outside. Go. I think he's ready to go outside. Wait a minute. Come on. Come on. God, that was really loud. Hopefully I don't get noticed taking him out. It should be a quick one too. Ooh. With him doing that might get us caught. What are you doing? Oh, that was really loud. I'll be paranoid. Sandwiches are still cold. Rocky, stop. Move. Move. Hopefully I don't get caught. Rocky. Being really loud. Let me put this here. Rocky. Shh. Now let's go in the refrigerator. Oh, got that in one push. I'm gonna enjoy me some Taco Bell. And I'm gonna cook tomorrow. I'm too hungry and I'm so sleepy. So this was honestly a last minute thing. I drove 7 hours straight. I'm exhausted. I think we have about 8 more. Oh, bless you. I think we have about 8 more hours left when I get back home, which is really decent. You need to be quiet.
She moved quietly through her routine changing clothes, putting away groceries, and letting her dog out briefly. Every action was cautious lights, dim noise, minimal, and movements careful. She knew well that sleeping overnight in a lot like this without a reservation could draw attention. Despite the long day,
What? I'm gonna take a few more bites of this. I'm gonna bring the dog back in because I don't want to get noticed. I don't want to be kicked out. Use the bathroom. Go. Go ahead, Rock. You just want my food. You ate already. Move. No. Nah. Come on. really, really loud. Oh my god. Sit, Rocky. Let me show you guys how I get into the bed. It's kind of embarrassing, but I'm that short that I have to get in the bed. It's so uncomfortable. Oh gosh. I'm trying to keep the brightness down as low as possible so I don't get seen. But I'm gonna try to get some rest. I got a long day tomorrow. Get up early in the morning and continue to drive.
Could draw attention. Despite the long day, she paused to eat, scan her surroundings, and prepare for the night. The plan was simple. Rest a little, then continue her journey at dawn. Eventually, she climbed into bed, trying to relax. Outside, faint traffic and occasional wind gusts created an oddly familiar atmosphere. For a while, it seemed she might actually rest undisturbed. But then, everything shifted.
You guys, oh, there's a knock on my door. Oh, shoot. It's the middle of the night. Oh, hold on. The dog sees him too. Hold on, shh. Oh, move, Rocky, move. I can't even get up here because of the dog. Move, baby.
You got a room here?
Excuse me?
You got a room here?
I was actually about to get a room. I wasn't here that long. I had to use the bathroom.
Alright. You have a room here, you have to leave.
Okay, thank you. Oh my god. I'm getting kicked out. And it's the middle of the night. Oh my god. I'm not even gonna crawl to the back at all. I literally just got kicked out. Okay, now I have to find somewhere else to sleep. Oh god, I'm so tired. Hopefully I can find something. Another hotel.
In the middle of the night, knocking began on the side of her van. At first, faint, it grew louder, startling her awake. Her dog reacted instantly, proving it wasn't imagined. Regaining her composure, she looked out to see a man standing near her vehicle. He identified himself as motel staff, insisting she leave. His tone was curt and unfriendly. He offered little explanation, and the timing felt strange. Still, Kayla didn't argue. She quickly gathered her things, started the van, and drove off, now forced to search for another safe spot to sleep while utterly exhausted. Nothing escalated further yet. The moment was deeply disturbing. Being confronted alone at night left her shaken. It was a blunt reminder that life on the road can shift in an instant, and even calm nights can be interrupted without warning. Though the man appeared to be staff, the late-night knock, vague reasoning, and cold demeanor left some viewers uneasy. Was it simply motel policy or something more? For solo travelers especially, women, even a routine encounter can feel threatening without context. Was this just bad timing, or did something darker linger behind the knock? In van life, it's often in your most vulnerable moments that the real story begins. Let's move on to the next encounter. On September 12, 2024, the YouTube channel Stay Haunted released a video that took viewers deep into one of the United Kingdom's most infamous paranormal zones, Ballboy Forest. Considered among the 5 most haunted locations in the region, this stretch of woods has long been linked to reports of poltergeist activity, alleged druidic rituals, and unexplained vanishings. In this particular outing, the team set out to locate a rumored altar said to be hidden somewhere in the dense, winding terrain.
No, I think we need to get up.
Yeah, let's go.
Right, which way we're going? Back the way?
Back away so we know which way.
Right, back in the forest again. My light's having a meltdown. I don't understand why it's flashing like that. Because it's fully charged. What? Yeah, all the trees are all broken. My god. It's crazy. Yeah, my thing's died. Here, fully charged light. And it's dead. What the hell, like? Oh, I don't know what this is doing. The torch is dead. Look at this. Fully charged battery, charge of 4 left. Unstead.
Right. We're here.
Uh-huh.
I want to get to here. So the meat was, we go out here, go out this tree line,
Yeah.
and then cut across. There's a big path there along the water, and then over to this building.
Okay.
And investigate that building, and then drew it. Oh, there's maybe up behind it somewhere, like further up the pathway.
Yeah.
But see, originally what I had planned was we came in here and walk along this path here.
Mm-hmm.
So walk right along that, straight to that.
Yeah.
But me and you
Are we in?
walked in here and
Oh my God.
yeah, walked right in that middle of the forest.
Jesus. That's crazy.
So we need to find that.
Their lights began malfunctioning. Almost immediately, torches that were fully charged began flashing erratically or shutting off entirely. The group quickly lost their sense of direction. Trails that were marked on maps didn't exist. Familiar landmarks like rivers, dams, and stone walls appeared off course or unreachable, as if the forest itself had shifted around them. Despite their confusion, they pushed deeper in navigating fallen trees and thick undergrowth. A persistent feeling of disorientation settled in, as though the deeper they went, the more disconnected they became from reality. And then came the voices, faint, childlike, impossible to pinpoint. Some in the group reported hearing what sounded like children calling out or whispering from the darkness. The atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. Even seasoned investigators began expressing unease.
The little girl likes you.
The little girl! Have you heard children's voices?
Right here, you know.
Yep, I heard it.
Hello?
Right, everybody, we have now just went in to do an investigation in the pitch black in Ballyboy Forest. We're now hearing stuff. This is crazy. Oh my God, he's seen something moving. There's not many people that can say that they've...
See up there where your torch is?
Yeah.
There's like a shadow or something just walked across and moved.
Shadow?
Yeah, like a shadow figure, like dark figure moved across there. Right where your torch is now.
Yeah, there. So, we're going to do a bit of an investigation because we just didn't want to leave. Because we couldn't find, obviously, the altar and everything. But we've had some crazy stuff happen already, like I tell you that. And even on the way here, mad stuff's been happening. So, let's do this and get spooky.
Set some stuff up.
He's just using the torch here to put the equipment out. Like, look at this here. Like, see when I turn around, as always, if you don't believe us, that's what I'm seeing right now. Oh God. The camera's just like, nope. And cap all over there, there's cap all over there, there's a music box. Oh my God. This is crazy. I'm probably gonna have a sit down here.
Every step felt heavier. The forest floor had turned treacherous, filled with thick mud, sudden puddles, and terrain that felt like it could swallow a person whole. But then, something shifted. A music box the team had set up, placed as part of their investigation equipment, began playing on its own. No one was near it. No wind touched it. It activated repeatedly, often shortly after they asked for a sign. The sound cut through the forest like a taunt. What came next pushed the group beyond fear. They came across a set of small, damp children's clothes fresh hanging from a tree limb. No one remembered seeing them before. The group had passed that exact spot earlier in the night, and the tree had been empty. Now the clothing swung gently in the wind as though waiting to be noticed. Panic took over. They decided to end the investigation immediately and attempted to retrace their steps. But the forest no longer made sense. Paths had vanished. Familiar points of reference were gone. For 2 hours, they wandered trying to reach the road, second-guessing every turn, every sound. Eventually, they emerged, shaken and silent. Back in the car, there was a lingering stillness. The team looked drained mentally and emotionally. In the outro, the host tried to explain what had happened, but even he admitted things had escalated far beyond what they were prepared for. Ballboy Forest didn't chase them. It didn't need to. It waited. It observed. And somewhere within those tangled trees, the altar remained unfound. Or perhaps it found them. The combination of environmental manipulation, malfunctioning equipment, misdirection, time distortion, and the appearance of symbolic elements like the music box and children's clothing suggests more than just folklore. Whether it's paranormal energy or psychological suggestion, amplified by isolation and fear, the forest seems to warp both space and perception. Some viewers speculate that it may not be a single spirit, but rather the forest itself acting as a sentient entity. Did the team truly escape, or did the forest simply let them go? And if the altar was never found, was that because it doesn't exist, or because it doesn't want to be discovered? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Up next, another encounter that may change how you look at the woods forever. This next chilling segment documents a return to one of the region's most notorious paranormal hotspots, referred to only as the Haunted Lake. Unlike earlier trips on this occasion, the host ventured into the woods alone with only his dog, Kia, for company. What unfolded was an evening filled with growing unease, odd disturbances, and an encounter that resisted explanation. Before he departs, the host mentions an online review from a prior visitor. The entry claimed the writer had been driven off by an unidentified figure in the trees, a report the host initially doubts, unsure if it was truth or a prank.
I'm back. I'm alone. The only thing I got with me is my dog child. We're gonna go camp out over at the Haunted Lake there. That's a place where a lot of paranormal stuff goes down. Now, Angelo found a review of some guy. I don't know if this guy was trolling or not, but after our first time coming here, we found a review stating that some guy came and was chased out by someone lurking in the forest here. I have no idea if that's real. Kind of seems weird and odd to me, but it's a legit review. Someone wrote that. I mean, if there is people out here or somebody trying to scare people out, then we're kind of stakey. Anyways, we made it. I've been driving for about 10 to 12 minutes down this dirt path, and we finally just pulled up. I'm maybe like a 10-minute drive up the road from Haunted Lake. I'm completely by myself. No other human is with me. Angelo, in fact, I'm pretty sure he's back in Ontario as of right now, as I'm speaking, legit. And yeah, it's just me and Kia. So we're gonna take on the spot alone. I mean, I'm gonna drive up there right now, but the weird thing is we know that there is something lurking up in here. I don't know if it's a person, but I do remember when I came with Angelo, we went up to where the Haunted Lake is located, where the actual haunted stuff goes down. We were just checking it out, but I remember coming back to the campsite and our camp was ransacked. It was looted. Nothing was really taken, like nothing important, but somebody ransacked it. So that's kind of nerve-wracking. We're gonna have to keep an eye out for that. It's Kia's first time here, so what I'm gonna do is drive up to the site, set up the tent, have a little cookout, and yeah, take on the night, because man, it's gonna be another one of those nights, guys, where we don't know what the hell's gonna happen. Kia, you ready? We'll go? We'll go for an adventure. Let's go. We gotta go up. What's up, baby? What's going on? No, we're not walking that way. That's the way back. We gotta go this way.
Yet the unsettling specifics linger in his thoughts as he begins his trek. After driving down a rough dirt track for 10 minutes, he reaches the lake and notes he is alone and far from help. Mindful of the site's disturbing past, including a previous night when his camp was inexplicably ransacked, he stays vigilant while pitching his tent and preparing for the night. From the outset, the woods feel wrong. The air is unnaturally still. There are no animal noises, no insects, only silence. Even Kia, normally reactive to wildlife or passersby, is unusually quiet. Her calm but focused behavior is the first sign that something might be near. While he collects firewood and starts to cook a simple meal, strange sounds echo through the trees.
Okay, so I've been hearing something down there. It's coming from that way now. At first, I thought I heard like a Bigfoot thing down there, but there's something coming from down there. Watch out there, Kiki. We're not going down that way. It's kind of sketch because I don't want her going down there. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Let you go. Oh, shit. Oh. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Just like that. Okay. Hello?
At first, they appear random, possibly animals, but as time goes on, clear patterns appear. Whistles slice the quiet, taking on rhythmic, precise cadences that suggest intent. They more closely resemble call and response sequences than anything natural. Tension mounts. The noises are succeeded by deep, reverberating claps and a long, eerie screech that stops him in his tracks. He starts to wonder if this is spiritual activity or tied to something stranger, something folkloric. A succession of sounds continues, including what he recognizes as a vocalization often linked to Bigfoot sightings. It is loud, guttural, and alarmingly near.
Thought I just heard a whistle from behind the camera. It's coming from a haunted lake. The lake is that way. Hello? Oh! What the f was that? What the fuck was that? Holy shit! What the f is that? Oh shit! Fuck's that? Fuck's that key? Holy shit! That was a Bigfoot. Okay, back. No. Come, sit. I kid you not, that was a freaking Bigfoot call. Holy shit. That's not happening. No, that's not happening. That's not happening at all.
The energy in the area appears to change. The fire sputters weakly. The atmosphere grows very heavy. He reports feeling drained, as if an unseen presence is drawing his energy. Goosebumps rise on his skin. He speaks frankly about an overpowering sense of being watched, of something lurking just out of reach. His flashlight starts to fail flashing at the worst time.
Man, I feel... Holy shit. I feel like as soon as I pulled up and got out and started doing things here, like in this campsite, my energy started being pulled and drained. As of right now, I feel like something spiritual is it's hitting me right now. Like I have goosebumps. I legitimately have goosebumps right now. This is kind of bad. Yeah, you can see the goosebumps on me. Shit, man. Yeah, I have goosebumps, man. Feels like something is doing this to me. I don't know why, but it's trying to get my attention. Wow, sitting here, there's so much spiritual energy coming. So yeah, I could have heard a Bigfoot somewhere, but also right now, there's a lot of spiritual, like passed on people, probably somebody who used the land however hundreds of years ago. Man, I feel like my brain's just sideways right now. Oh. I don't know what this is.
The host opts to end the investigation early. His voice trembles as he recounts the events. Whether the force he met was the same one from the review, a lingering spirit, or a cryptid native to these woods, the encounter leaves a lasting impression. Unlike jump scares or staged effects, the emotional toll is what lingers. The crushing feeling of being hunted, watched, and depleted by something that defied understanding. The encounter blends elements associated with spiritual phenomena and cryptid lore. The mimicry, the patterned sounds, and the disturbance of the environment point to an intelligent force perhaps connected to the land itself. Whether paranormal, interdimensional, or biological, the behavior mirrors accounts from other high strangeness sites. Was this the same being mentioned in that online review, or did he encounter something far older? Something that watched these woods long before humans arrived? Whatever it was, it did not need to reveal itself to be frightening. Share your thoughts in the comments below. This eerie footage was filmed by the YouTube channel Exploration Unknown, hosted by John, a creator recognized for delving into forgotten and deteriorating places. For more than 8 years, he's shared every adventure, from exploring decayed buildings to overnight stays in unsettling deserted spots. While his work often captures the beauty of ruins, at times the trips take a darker turn, testing the boundaries of what even he can handle. In this video, John heads out to camp at a remote collapsing farmstead hidden deep in the forest. Surrounded by local tales of being haunted, the property grabs his attention not for the ghost stories, but for its seclusion and past. He wants to document the slow breakdown of what once existed, unaware that the night ahead will prove far more disturbing than expected. It's November 9th, 2017. As daylight fades, John treks through the dense woods, reaching the farmstead just as the sun disappears. He sets up his camp and begins filming with his camera, prepared to capture the decay and remnants left behind. The buildings are unstable and falling apart.
Makes me curious. Oh, inside the old chicken coop. Crazy. Sorry guys. Looks like some glass and stuff down there for some reason. I don't know why there'd be glass in an old chicken coop. But okay. I'm not gonna lie. That really freaked me out when I first saw it. Which is weird because it's like somebody's jacket just hanging there. Look at all this stuff here. Now that is a relic of the past. It's like an old 80s printer. So cool. Look at all these little spindly things here. Looks like something that could be used on a turn lathe. So this way. This whole building here is just, looks like over here is starting to collapse in the back a little bit.
Inside, he uncovers old farm equipment tools frozen in time and relics from the 1980s. Scattered among the debris are McDonald's wrappers, unopened electronics, and strange industrial object signs that someone once left suddenly and never came back.
Right here. Yeah, this looks like the doors that would have been in it. They've actually been here a while. Look at the dust on this. There's some wood up there. Whole bunch of tobacco sticks up here. Some more windows. A little bit of hay. This is actually a thriving farm at one point. Let's go around here. Look at that old bush hog. What's in here? Oh, that's neat. It's like the shepherds and stuff, like a, well, it's a camel. That's a nativity scene. Look at all that grease. I'm gonna drop my camera in that. Some old belts here. Still a pretty solid looking old barn, except for that corner. Oh, I just love being out in the woods at night. Something really freaking cool about it.
While John focuses on filming, a quiet tension lingers. Though alone, he comments on the peace of being outdoors at night. Yet under his excitement, a subtle unease grows. The silence feels heavy, the shadows unnaturally dark. Eventually, John returns to his tent, pleased with what he's recorded. He settles in, not realizing that something strange has already occurred. Only later, while editing and uploading the footage, does he notice something unusual. Going through a section frame by frame, a faint silhouette emerges in the distance. Standing still near a tree, almost hidden in the darkness, is what looks like a person dressed in white. The figure seems to be staring at him from afar. The realization is chilling. At the time, John believed he was completely alone, but now it's clear that someone or something was silently watching. The figure vanishes without interaction, unnoticed during the trip. It was only the camera that caught what his eyes missed. What began as just another exploration turned into one of the most unsettling nights he ever documented. Some suggest the figure could have been a person, possibly another explorer, or someone living off-grid. Others argue it may have been something harder to explain, given the property's reputation and the figure's unmoving stance. Was it simple coincidence? Or did something deliberately remain hidden just outside his awareness? If the camera hadn't caught it, would John have ever known he wasn't truly alone? And more importantly, what might have happened if he had noticed in the moment? This account comes from the YouTube channel Scotland's Mountains, hosted by Billy, an adventurer recognized for his striking explorations across the Scottish Highlands. From wild camping on peaks to paddling through remote lochs, Billy documents his outdoor expeditions with a mix of awe and determination. In this episode, Billy and his friend Ray venture out to one of the Western Highlands' most infamous haunted spots, a remote ruin known as Lewis Belt. Over time, the crumbling structure has built a reputation for eerie events, phantom footsteps, reports of objects shifting on their own, and speculation that something otherworldly still resides within its stone walls. Despite the tales, their curiosity wins out. Their goal isn't just to explore, but to stay overnight.
Yeah, that's probably what, an hour. At least an hour we've been going, and starting to level off just a little bit, but it's not any easier because of the ground so uneven and the wind's picking up. See the snow in the hills though? Oh man, can't wait to get on this track and we start cycling. Whew. Right, you'll see behind me we have finally reached the 4x4 track. That was one of the toughest things I've done in a long time. How did you find that, Ray?
That was horrific, and yeah, that was a bad idea actually.
I think we're both goosed. We might just set the tents up here. I think the ghosts will come this far across from Louis Belt.
It seemed like a good idea at the time, as always. But
On the map it's more direct. And yeah, we're right in the mountains now, so it's over the back of that one we're heading right along. We'll hit a couple of lochs soon, so I'll probably bring you back when we reach the ruin and we're putting the tents up. It'll be 360 footage and some voiceover work in the interim. So yeah, we'll see you in a wee while.
It's November 1st, 2023. They begin their trek in true Highland style first by mountain biking rugged trails before switching to a steep hike. The route is demanding, but their morale stays strong. Eventually, they reach a plateau where the ruin emerges in the distance. Its lonely silhouette against the mountains stirs both excitement and unease.
It's just a standard Highland path, really. But anyway, why we come here, this building behind us was recently, hopefully you went back and listened to that podcast Uncanny, and you would have heard about the stories about the climbers coming here and strange activities and what have you. So whether it's true or not, whether we see anything tonight, I hope not. But it's a beautiful spot nonetheless. I mean, we've covered the mountains, we're in, the stags are roaring, the high tops are, we've got a cap of snow in them, it's starting to clear now. We might get some star shots later on actually.
As they set camp near the shattered walls, a biting wind sweeps through. The scenery is breathtaking, yet carries a distinct chill, both physical and psychological. Snow dusts the surrounding peaks, and a heavy silence grips the valley. Not long after arriving, something strange happens.
Right, just went over to set the wee camera up. I don't know if you can see it. Switched it on and the battery's gone. I mean, it was had the battery flat sign straight away, and that was charged literally before I left the house. It's never gone that flat. It might just be the cold weather, but I don't know. That sort of thing happened in Most Haunted, didn't it? That's a bit weird. Or is it just a coincidence? Who knows? Right, I've got a power bank with me. I'm going to recharge it and see if we can get some juice out of it. Yeah, I don't know if you can make out the battery there. Should be full, but it's not. It's empty, so I'll go and charge it, but that's a bit odd. Strange, right. Go and charge this in the power bank and see if it helps it. Right, I don't know if you can see me or not, but there's a moon. The moon's rising over the skyline, just to the side of the old ruin. And the light started to go. It's quite dark now. I've had a wee bite to eat. I've got some whiskey actually. I can't remember the name of it, but we'll...
One of their fully charged camera batteries suddenly dies without reason. Blaming the cold is easy, but given the location stories, the timing feels unsettling. Regardless, they continue filming and go on with their evening. As night falls, they build a fire, trade stories, and admire the starlit sky. Still, an odd heaviness creeps in. They're far from the nearest road with no quick way out should trouble arise.
Weird things happen to us when we're... Let's hope there's nothing weird tonight. There's nothing we can do. We are literally, if anything weird happens tonight, we are literally in the middle of nowhere, aren't we?
We're in the boondocks.
Was it 7 or 8 miles away from the closest? I don't know. There's no way we can just get up and go, put it that way.
No.
We'll just have to bide our time.
And I don't fancy trying to cross the river there to get over to the bothy either.
Could all huggle together at the bothy, but yeah. It's a really starry night actually, isn't it?
It's nice.
It's absolutely glorious. A bit windy, but
this is what I really like about the winter, or going into winter and the winter camping. When you get a clear night and you can see the Milky Way and the stars. Yeah, especially if there's snow on the ground. I mean, we've done quite a few winter camps, and I think it's glorious. Maybe the best time of the year to be out camping.
The long nights.
Yeah. Not everybody's cup of tea, freezing. But if you have the right gear and that experience, then I think it's brilliant.
Yeah, no, there's something special about it.
Yeah.
And at this time of year, it's not actually that cold at the moment. So we're inside the site. It's not a bothy. I don't think it was ever a bothy, was it?
It was.
Was it a bothy? It was a bothy, yeah. But it's quite a significant house, wasn't it?
It was a Gillies Lodge, yeah. It was a state lodge.
Yeah.
And then it turned to a bothy for a wee while.
But it's...
I don't know why it ended up derelict though.
I don't know. Yeah, because it was haunted. So after the wee tour, we looked to the skies, and there was actually a slight aurora showing as well as a meteor shower, which we watched before hitting the hay.
They're far from the nearest road with no quick way out should trouble arise. Later, before turning in, they roam the ruins once more with only flashlights for guidance. Inside, they find remnants of what once stood, traces of the past now collapsed into rubble. The mood is tense, but hushed. I didn't feel like I slept very well. In fact, when I looked at my watch, I was delighted when it was said, I think it was 6:50 I woke up. I felt like it was still the middle of the night and I was up every 2 minutes, but I think that was just because of where I am and just expecting something to happen, which I don't think it did. There was a few noises, everything's amplified. When I went to sleep with earplugs in and all sorts, and there was one noise through the night, which I'll talk about later on, but it's funny when you're in a place like this, every noise you hear, you have to think about it rationally. And what was preying on my mind is I think I'm on the path. If you've listened to the podcast, there's a bit where they hear a dragging noise on a gravel path. Now, I know it's grass here now, but I think this is the path between the house and the river where they heard this strange gravel sound, dragging sound in the second visit. If you've listened to it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm just going to chill for a bit longer, wait for daylight. Sunrise is about 7:30, so yeah, it'll not be long before there's light and I feel safe enough to venture out again. Right, I'll speak to you. I'll bring you back in a wee while. Oh, right, that's me up. Looks like there might be some nice skies behind the camera. Might be a nice sunrise. But yeah, it's light. The tops of the mountains are clear. I don't know if you can make them out, but there's just lovely snow-capped mountains. And I slept pretty well. I didn't sleep well at all. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was going to say I slept pretty well. I didn't. I was actually surprised when morning came there, to be honest with you. And the noise that I heard in the night, I had this thing in my head about this gravel path and the dragging sounds, but I never heard anything like that. But at one point I was sure I heard a door, like a front door slam. I think it was maybe just me dreaming, to be honest with you, but who knows. Strange. And there was lots of rustling noise. Outside, the night sky rewards them with rare sights of auroras and meteor streaks. Eventually, they retreat to their tents. But as they try to rest, the strange presence of the place lingers. Disturbing sounds echo through the night, dragging possible footsteps, even what seems like wood being chopped, disrupting their sleep. Each hears something, but neither is sure if it's real or imagined. Morning brings relief. Though unable to fully explain the noises, both admit the night felt unusual, something beyond ordinary experience, something impossible to dismiss. The site's isolation, combined with its long history of paranormal reports, raises the question of whether Billy and Ray's experience was mere coincidence. Sudden battery loss, odd noises, and the sensation of being watched are all traits often tied to hauntings. Could the ruins' remoteness, cut off from modern distractions, make such phenomena more apparent? Or was it something else entirely? In places where history and legend merge, how much of what we encounter is real? And how much comes from fear itself? The final segment of the night presents a chilling investigation by Franco TV, a YouTube channel devoted to paranormal exploration and nocturnal visits to locations rumored to be haunted or abandoned worldwide. This incident occurred on July 10, 2025. While moving through shadowed mausoleums in the dead of night, Franco begins to hear disturbing cries and low moans echoing across the cemetery, sounds that seem to follow him. At one point, he notices a dark figure peering from behind a doorway.
Regular camera? Well, right there. What the fuck is that down there? I don't see anything. But the the night vision is... It disappears with the IR, okay. What the hell is that? There's something black. Oh, this camera's getting wet, and I hope it doesn't mess up. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can make my way a little bit closer to it. There is something out there in the distance. This is how dark it is where I'm at right now. That's where I came from, was this area. See if it looks like it's moving. Look at that. What is that? Was that a person? Or was that something else? Alright, I'm gonna...
The head of the figure becomes briefly visible before quickly vanishing again and leaves him unsettled. Franco alternates between his infrared night vision and his standard camera, attempting to record the presence.
Crying and I can't see with that light. Why are you crying? Can you tell me why you're crying? All I want to do is help you. Oh, I just heard a door. Is it okay if I could help you? Hola? I remember this. This only looks like it's locked from the last time. Oh, fuck. I just got a loud bang. This is freaking sketchy. Thing is that I don't like being in tight corners, and this whole area is tight. Is there somebody crying? That could probably be the wind, but it is freaking me out. I'm trying to see what the hell it is. I was hearing the creepiest thing with the crying going on. I heard it earlier before, and it was kind of traveling around through here, but that's the thing with this place, is that you'll hear sounds travel throughout the cemetery and kind of roam around, and then it'll disappear and happen in some other area. Or maybe it's still here. As long as it's not raining, I think I'm doing pretty good. But I really want to hear that again. There is something dangerous about this area. It's like one of the roofs are about to fall over and collapse on me. And this is the chapel area here, but this door is also locked. I can't make my way in there. This place would be nice too to get into. Make my way back. I can't go that way because further up there there's a camera. and that'll get me in trouble. What is that? What the? Hola? Shit, the noises are creeping me out.
When the figure vanishes under infrared, yet remains visible with normal optics, he becomes visibly concerned. He approaches slowly, trying to get a clearer look at whatever or whoever is out there nearby. As rain begins and visibility worsens, Franco presses further into the cemetery, where the sounds continue, persistent, eerie, and seemingly mobile. He again hears what sounds like crying and calls out, hoping for an answer.
Hola! There's somebody inside the room. Hola? Something literally just stuck out through here. What is that noise? I literally just heard a weird noise on the outside. Hola? What? Something just shut the door. I had literally seen what looked like a black head stick outside the room just staring at me. What the? What? What the? And then it just kind of swooped inside, and then it was gone. I seen it. I got it on the night vision as well. And it was looking at me right from these doors. 100% I thought it was a person that's just living in here getting out of the ring. I already came across two people, which one of them could have been security and another one could have been someone else, which sound like voices. During the live stream that I just recorded live, I just heard laughing outside. Listen, I 100% heard laughing just now. Are you laughing at me? If whatever I seen sticking its head out just sticks its head out again. I know you guys are probably like, how the freak is he going in there? I have my hand on my knife. It's right over here in my book bag. So I'm ready to just whip this thing out. And it's a fast swipe out too. It just takes 2 seconds. Just instantly, once I'm in trouble and I need help, there it is, done, gone. Should have been a lot more smoother than that. That was kind of embarrassing. Now I'm gonna have a hard time trying to put this thing back. So it is raining really, really, really bad outside, and I'm using a different camera because the audio sounds horrible on my night vision because it's really like sound sensitive. But look at this. This has been going crazy since the rain picked up. I don't know if it has to do with the rain or anything. Let me know in the comments below. But it's just going off like crazy. Mind you, there's no electricity in this room, no nothing. And it's kind of hard because I can't really hear sounds outside. I just hear rain. So bear with me. I gotta wait till the rain settles a little bit, but this is pretty bad. Oh look, it just looks like it stopped. Nope, it's back again.
A loud bang follows shortly after, and the atmosphere grows increasingly tense and unnerving. He makes his way toward a locked chapel, but cannot get inside. Still, the crying seems to move around the grounds, appearing to come from different directions. Franco notes that in this cemetery, sounds often behave unnaturally, coming from one spot, then another, almost as if they are circling him in ways. Moments later, a loud door slam echoes through the air. The audio records it clearly. Franco tries to dismiss it as the wind, but the repeated noises, particularly the crying, persuade him that something else may be present. While continuing his exploration, he notices the same dark head reappear behind a doorway staring straight at him. Before he can react, it pulls back inside. Franco checks the footage and confirms it was recorded a shadowy head peering at him through a crack in the doors. He considers that someone might be sheltering inside from the rain, especially after earlier encounters with two people. One possibly a security guard, the other unknown, and he cannot tell their intentions. As the rain intensifies, Franco takes shelter inside one of the buildings. His EMF reader begins to spike erratically. There is no electricity in the room, and he is unsure whether the device is reacting to the environment or something else. The meter flashes and emits beeps while he waits. He wonders if the rain might be triggering it, though he remains doubtful and watches on nervously. Later, the black figure appears again, briefly leaning out from a doorway and stares fixedly. Its movements seem deliberate and calculated, far more human than ghost-like. Franco, on high alert, keeps a hand near his knife prepared in case this is not paranormal, although elements like the crying and slammed doors might appear supernatural. The recurring figure seen watching Franco from doorways suggests a physical presence. The way it moved and seemed to track him feels more like a person deliberately hiding than an apparition. Still, the EMF surges, and the chilling audio raise questions that are harder to dismiss. Was Franco truly alone in that cemetery? Or did something or someone choose to follow him silently through the night? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.